sense of staying together. I thought the trust was tested throughout this series. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, all 6 games. But I thought the maturity and trust for the group was high. And different guys stepped up at different points in the series. Also, in tonight's game, wasn't Luka or Kai making the game winner. It was the trust of Luka. The ball touches the paint, they collapse. He trusted PJ. PJ gets fouled. He steps up and makes the free throws, and we find a way to win. But it's, for the coaching staff, they did an incredible job of getting these guys ready to play, and the players trusted the game plan and executed the game plan, and we found a way to win the series.
Jason, you guys were down 16 at the half. It seemed like they had everything going that way. What was your halftime speech like?
Yeah, well, we talked about just the turnovers. That was the first part. The second part was just the trust in that we had to play faster. We were not playing fast enough. Even if they score, we needed to take the ball out and not look around and walk the ball up. And I thought to start the third, I thought D. Jones got us off to a great start. And then we worked the game, understanding that it wasn't we were going to, get those 16 points in 2 shots. I thought the group stayed together, trusted each other, and worked the game and got it down to 7 there at the end of the third. And now it's anybody's ball game. And again, our zone created some missed shots and some turnovers, and then we capitalized on the other end. But halftime, it's kind of a cool thing because we just kind of talked, and I thought the group responded, again, being down 16, and we knew what we had to do, and we did that to start the third, and we did that for pretty much the whole second half.
PJ, he was scoreless for 3 quarters and just came up with some big points there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, PJ was well rested. We had to talk about the foul and the hacking out there, but he picked up 2 quick fouls, and so he was rested. But what the beauty of PJ being around him for this short period of time is that his character is like no other. You would have thought he had 30 points tonight. He just plays. He never complains. He's guarding the best player on the other side. There's very few plays ran for him. He just does his job at a high level, and we're very fortunate to have him. But, yes, he didn't have any points going there, and then he knocked down some big shots and then made the free throws. And the biggest play, and it won't go as the biggest play, but to miss the free throw in the proper way without, sometimes we say miss the free throw and we'll just hit the backboard and they get the setup. We didn't want them to set up. They had no timeouts. And so we've learned, not to run away from the ball, but to press the ball, to make the ball go back, and because we've lost the game that way. So a lot of things that we've learned along the way, we were able to execute their late game.
Jason, big question, I guess, but what do you think it says about the franchise's culture that this is your second Western Conference Finals trip in 3 years with 2 very different teams knocking off number 1 seeds both years?
Yeah, I mean, we got to build a culture. It was, there's no shots at Rick. Rick did the best he could with the roster that he had. But since we've been here, we go the first year, our defense was incredible. And then our offense, joined the party. We got to learn what it meant to win. Last year was a building year. Every year is not going to be a championship year. It just doesn't happen in sports that way. But I thought Nico did an incredible job this summer, and also since he's been here, putting the pieces together that fit. And then sometimes you just got to give people time, and sometimes we don't. We just rush to the point that we suck or we can't do something, right? Unfortunately, a lot of you are wrong, but that's cool. And we'll see as we go forward. But our goal is to win a championship, and that's what we're trying to do. But sometimes you guys don't see that, and it's all right. You got to do your job because we really don't care. And that's the beauty of our culture, is that we're not affected by what's written negatively. We just go out there and play. and play for each other, and that's what's going to win a championship. And hopefully at the end of time here, we can hold another trophy. I've had that opportunity to do that here. It's incredible, but it is hard. It's the hardest thing to do in professional sports is to win a championship because there's only one. No one gets a second place trophy or third place. So our culture is what you see. There's the trust, there's the enjoyment, there's fun. It was kind of cool to see the Oklahoma City fans thought we were shooting half-court shots only because we won. But since we've been here for 3 years, that's what we've done. So we got to make sure when we do right stuff that we get the right things out, to correct things, or we correct the people who are wrong. But I love this culture. This is a great challenge as a coach. I got great guys that I trust and believe in, win or lose, and that's the beauty of the Mavs right now. Yeah.
Lively played 30 minutes today, 12 points, 15 boards. Just how impressive has he been this playoff, and just how difficult can it be for rookie big men when they get to the playoffs for the first time?
Yeah, that's a great point. We just talked about that in the back. There's quite a few guys who have not been in the playoffs, and they've now made it to the Western Conference Finals, and D-Live is one of those. I don't think we took him out in the second half once he entered the game. I thought he did an incredible job of imitating Moses Malone. He grabbed all the rebounds. He gave us second or third opportunities. He competed. And what I love about him is his voice. He's one that's going to talk. He's blocking three-point shots. He is executing the game plan, and he's got to be fun to play with as a teammate because he's fun to coach. And so just the experience of not just D-Live, but Gaff, D. Jones, PJ, those guys who don't have a lot of playoff experience, you could see that that didn't bother them in this round. And you got to go through it. You got to fail to understand how to be successful in this league. And so I thought D-Live has played incredible. It's easy to say he should start, but he's playing his role for us, and that's coming off